Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Raquel Collins.
Get ready for some showers later today and this weekend. Now here's your 5-day weather forecast. For today, we'll see increasing cloudiness with a 40% chance of showers early this afternoon with a risk of a thunderstorm into the evening. There will be a high of 24 and a low of 18. Tomorrow's showers will continue on into the morning, ending near noon. Then we'll see a mix of sun and cloud with a 30% chance of showers. There will be a high of 18 and a low of 9. On Sunday, we'll experience a mix of sun and cloud with a low of 11 and a high of 16. On Monday, we'll finally see the sunshine with a low of 9 and a high of 19. Tuesday will be another sunny day with a low of 12 and a high of 18. That's all for your 5-day weather forecast. Enjoy the first day of fall, which officially starts this Sunday. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Raquel. Turning now to national and international news. The Russian Coast Guard has seized control of a Greenpeace ship and arrested its crew, which includes 2 Canadians. The Coast Guard stormed the ship in international waters a day after 4 protesters tried to board a Russian oil platform to prevent it from drilling. The Russian Foreign Ministry says the protesters' actions have been aggressive and provocative. Christy Ferguson, Greenpeace's Arctic coordinator, says this was a peaceful protest against reckless and industrial activity in the Arctic. Paul Ruzicki of Port Colborne, Ontario, and a Montreal man are among the crew.
18 police officers have been killed in an attack by insurgents in northeast Afghanistan. The deaths were confirmed today by the Afghan Interior Ministry. The officers were returning from an anti-insurgent operation when they were ambushed. 13 more officers were wounded in the attack. While the mountainous region is not considered dangerous, violence has been increasing in recent months. The Taliban claimed responsibility after the attack. Foreign combat troops are expected to leave Afghanistan by the end of 2014.
Syria is submitting data on its arsenal of chemical weapons to global authorities. Michael Luhan, a spokesman for the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, says the move is a declaration by the regime. The agreement between the United States and Russia says Syrian President Bashar al-Assad must give full lists and details on chemical weapons sites by tomorrow. A UN diplomat says the data is being translated. The U.S. and Russian agreement plans to put inspectors on the ground in November to assess the weapons sites, the first step towards dismantling the weapons. The destruction is expected to be complete by mid-2014.
New Zealand police believe they found the body of a Canadian woman missing since September 10th. The body was discovered on a stretch of beach on New Zealand's South Island. Joanna Lamb was last seen with her boyfriend, Connor Hayes, who was still missing. Officers have found parts of their wrecked rental van and say the vehicle was likely swept away in fast-moving floodwaters.
Forced marriages are widespread in Ontario, according to a new report released today by the South Asian Legal Clinic. The report says there were over 200 reported cases of women forced to marry in the province in the last 3 years. The largest number of cases were within the Muslim community, where there were over 100 reported cases. There were over 40 cases in the Hindu community, 30 cases in the Sikh community, and 12 were from the Christian community. This is the first Canadian report on arranged marriages. Canada currently has no legislation specific to forced marriages.
And now with your sports news, here's Natalie Stoberman.
Thanks, guys. The Humber Hawks baseball team beat the George Brown Huskies 8-0 last night in their first ever meeting in OCAA play. Lefty starter Lenny Wood threw 6 strong innings, with Sean Watt taking the save. The Humber Bats were alive, scoring 8 runs, highlighted by a 2-run triple in the 6th. The Hawks mercied the Huskies in 7 innings, winning 8-0. The Hawks have a big doubleheader this Sunday at 1 and 3 p.m. at Connorvale Park against Durham. They're looking to deal the Lord some payback. Tonight, women's fastball will be traveling to Seneca for a doubleheader and hope to extend their winning streak to 5 games. Toronto FC announced their new general manager at a news conference this morning. Tim Bezbatchenko will be in the position that has been vacant since September 5th. This is just one of many changes TFC has recently gone through. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment CEO Tim Lewicki has fired numerous executive positions to revamp the losing team. Bezbatchenko has no previous experience as a GM, but has worked with Major League Soccer and is a lawyer by trade. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees last night and won the series 2 out of 3 games. Rookie pitcher Todd Redmond threw his best game yet, allowing 1 earned run and a career-high 7 innings thrown. Jays offense picked up the rest of the slack and led the team on the path to victory, winning the game 6-2. The team was without slugger Edwin Encarnacion, who underwent successful wrist surgery yesterday to repair the torn cartilage in his left wrist. The Jays are back tonight in Boston to play the playoff-ready Red Sox. UFC will be taking over Toronto tomorrow night at the Air Canada Centre. The main card consists of 5 fights, 2 of them title fights. Alexander Gustafsson is looking to claim the light heavyweight title from the 5-time defending champ John Bones Jones, who is tied for the most consecutive wins with Tito Ortiz. The 135-pound belt is also up for grabs. Renan Barao will try to defend his title from Eddie Wineland. Former Ultimate Fighter competitors Matt Mitrione and Brendan Schaub are back at it again for a heavyweight showdown. 2 middleweights duking it out next are Costa Philippou and Francis Carmont. The main card will wrap up when top lightweight prospect Khabib Nurmagomedov fights Pat Healy. That's all for sports. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Natalie. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Bianca Bajkowski.
There are many good reasons for parking yourself on the couch this weekend. All that and more on today's Humber Entertainment.